Hey guys, welcome back to the Travelling Teachers series, episode 5. In today's episode, which is broken into 2 parts, I talk to Andrea from the UK who's been teaching in Spain for the last 9 years. In part 1, we talk about the things you need to do if you're looking for a job in Spain. We talk qualifications, we talk finding a job, and we talk about networking. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to my channel to stay updated with the Travelling Teachers series, as well as my life here in South America. Let's get going. Thanks so much for joining me today, Andrea.
Hi, Ollie. Nice to be here.
And you actually have a podcast and a book that's coming out to help brand new teachers. Why don't you tell us a little bit about both those things that you're doing?
Well, both of them really are designed to help new TEFL teachers coming into teaching who don't have any experience necessarily and who want to learn a bit more about what it's like to be a teacher. So the podcast is centered around me interviewing people. The people that appear, so the people who are my guests, are people who have experience teaching English. And then we look at different topics and we try to share some advice and tips for people who want to listen and learn, basically. And then my book is very similar to that, but it's talking more about transferring business and coaching skills into the TEFL environment.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about a couple of those things in today's video. What qualifications do you recommend a new teacher do if they're interested in breaking into the industry in Spain or in other countries?
Sure. Well, I have to say I can only really speak on behalf of being here in Spain. Here, especially in Madrid, the academies insist that you have at least 120-hour certificate in teaching English as a foreign language. And of course, that does give you a variation of TEFL, TESOL, CERT, TESOL, SALTA. That's the very minimum. It is very rare to be able to get a job without that, at least.
And with that certificate, when you completed that, was it easy to find a job?
I actually went back to England to do my CERT TESOL at the time. I completed the intensive month there and then I came back to Madrid, and within 1 week I had managed to find some work. So it was pretty quick. And we're talking about 9 years ago. So obviously lots of things change and yeah, we're right in the middle of the pandemic. So, you know, things are changing as well from that perspective. What was surprising though, Ollie, is that what I didn't realize is there's a lot of challenges around the hours that people study English and how I could actually fill my schedule. So whilst I got some hours very quickly, I then had to work a lot harder to find hours that then were in the mornings, in the afternoons, in the evenings, etc.
Yeah, I feel like well, in Bolivia they study in the morning or in the evening or the afternoon, and you have like that whole day free.
Very early in the morning, very lunchtime, and then very late at night, basically.
Yeah, they were working around their schedule, which is fair enough, right? And if a new teacher is interested in moving to Spain, they've got the certificate, they've got everything they need. How can they find a job?
Well, I mean, one main website that's for some reason extremely famous here, because it's the most basic website. And in fact, it hasn't changed at all in the 9 years that I've been here. And it's called lingobongo.com. And it actually covers the cities of Madrid and Barcelona here in Spain. It's a really basic website. As soon as the advert goes on, it goes to the top of the list and the list keeps growing. So your advert, continuously moves down the list. So every day people put their adverts on there, either academies advertising, students advertising that they want teachers, or teachers advertising that they're available. So that I would say is probably the most famous one here in the city. And then if you want to look at Tus Clases Particulares, this is another Spanish named site for teachers. So the other thing I would say then is important is to go out and meet people. If you want to go and find work, don't just look online, actually get out there, make friends, make acquaintances, get to know people, get to know other teachers, and start asking them for some information.
No teaching experience? No worries. In part 2, Andrea is going to tell you exactly what you need to write on your CV so that English schools recognize you for the skills that you have. Don't forget, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel to stay updated with the Travelling Teachers series. See you later.